Hey everyone, I wanted to make a video about Trials of Osiris and going 9-0 for those of you who haven't been able to get it yet. I didn't want to make a really basic video that just says things like stick together or make something really specific for just one class. I think this video will do a really good job of covering some things to always keep in your mind no matter what class and what team setup you're playing with. So let's get started. It may seem a little obvious, but knowing your team ahead of time is critical to winning anything in the Trials. Understanding what each class is going to bring to a match and how you can use that to your advantage, such as a Titan Smash or a Warlock Self-Revive, is going to be critical to doing well in the Trials. Getting a feel for playing each other in the Desitny PvP is going to be big for your team. Having an opening plan set up, especially one that can cover the first few rounds and that vary from each other so that you can kind of test the waters and see what's going to work best for your team, is a really good idea. Typically what my team always did was we would go the outside route on the first round. In the second round we would always take the inside route. After taking the inside route, we would continue to take the inside route unless things failed or the enemy had a plan to counter that, in which case we could switch to using the outside route again or even push up through the middle if we needed to. Saying stay close in the Trials of Osiris is way too bland of a statement. We started saying stay within res distance, which meant you needed to be within an area or a distance where you could quickly res a teammate. For instance, if they died somewhere, it had better be protected or easy to get to, maybe just peeking around a corner and someone could pick them up pretty quickly. The other idea with this was even if we were rushing an area, we would typically stay together, try to take paths that would keep us out of really open areas where someone could lock down a body and make it so that we couldn't res them. So staying in res distance basically means keep yourself somewhere you can get revived when the time's right. We liked to lead with the grenades and then try to push in on the enemies as they were weaker, or if you killed someone, throw a grenade right on the dead enemy. The Titan grenades, the Hunter grenades, they're fantastic for that. If you have enemies that are being really aggressive, you can easily throw a preemptive grenade. When they come around the corner, they're either going to die, they're going to be very weak, and you can usually one-shot them at that point. Personally, I think grenades are probably the most important thing in Trials. Your super is incredibly powerful and can wipe out a whole team, but you're not going to have it anywhere near as much as you're going to have a grenade, which you could typically have at least one around. I think knowing when to use your super is second only to using your grenades as much as you possibly can. All the different supers are very different and very situational. You know, Titans, they can usually wipe out an entire team if they catch them around a corner, if everyone's packed in. Warlocks have a self-revive. Hunters have one of the most aggressive ones because you can pop your super and go charge in on people.
On to the next fight.
I think this tip is kind of funny. If you're really good with a weapon and you love it, you know it the best, use that weapon. It's the one you're going to do the best with. I think because of the competitiveness of the Trials, people are getting so caught up on a weapon like Thorn that very well could be overpowered. You can rush people with shotguns, and that's pretty overpowered. You know, final round snipers. These aren't the things that you need to have to win. Trials is about winning. Use the weapon you are the best with, whether or not it's considered overpowered. Just do your best. It's really important to have a plan. It's probably even more important to be able to change your plan and your strategy when you need to. The hallway you can see in the video right now, every once in a while we were getting out-sniped there and we avoided the hallway like the plague. Typically what we did in that situation was some of us would sit and distract, usually one or two people, try and distract them at the end of the hallway, just let them know we were there, throw a grenade. Another person could go loop around with a shotgun, sneak up on people while they had their guns raised. It was very effective, especially since our group always stuck together and team-shotted. They weren't ready for one of us to break off and rush them that hard, and it would throw them off and usually make them play a lot more defensively, which we could use to our advantage. The heavy round is always a really critical round. It can seal the deal for you or bring you back into a game that you weren't doing so well in. Personally, I like playing this round more aggressive, whether that be sending one person over who has an aggressive super, who can possibly wipe out the entire team, or like you see here in this hallway where we just push much harder, use our grenades to drive them back, and never even need the heavy to kill them that round. Staying aggressive the entire match is one of the biggest keys you can have to winning in Trials. You can't just push really hard and fight and get that lead and then take it easy. Remember, Trials is Desitny's endgame PvP content, so even if you're walking all over a team for the first few rounds, don't assume it's going to continue happening. After this clip, I've included some footage of our first 9-0 that we got as a group together. I gotta say, it's one of the most fun things you're gonna do in a game. It's really, really competitive. It reminded me of some of the first online multiplayer I had ever done, World of Warcraft Arena, things like that. You're gonna get teams that you can completely walk all over, and you're not gonna get to a higher rank that allows you to, go against the super top tier. But as far as it goes for Destiny, it's a fantastic first step. And I hope the video can really help you guys get a good shot at getting everything. I know we're having a blast with it, and I'll keep uploading some videos. Also, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. I'd love to have some constructive criticism from you guys in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'd love to keep making some videos, so let me know what you'd like to see. Thanks.